Hello, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whichever part of the day we are meeting, I hope that it's been a good day for you or that it is going to be a great day for you. I am Asha Zalika, and welcome to Authenticity the Hard Way. If we're meeting for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for your time. Your time is very valuable to me, and I appreciate it that you have chosen to spend some of it with me. If you have been with me before, welcome back. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate you. So I'm kind of in a weird space right now. Not quite sure which direction I want to go in with this podcast, this episode. The last week or so has been like a week of introspection, a lot of just me being focused on what's going on inside of me, different emotions, or even at moments lack thereof. I know that I'm in a transitional state, a transitional period. Um, it, I've gotten I'm getting tongue-tied here because it's just so much on my mind. But after I got my website up and kind of introduced it on Instagram and Facebook and got back into posting on my social media because I haven't been for quite some time. And now that the excitement and the awe and my own self of having got all that done, now that the immediate shock of it and awe of it is gone, and I'm sitting in a place where I did it, that place, like I really did it. I accomplished this. I'm in the working of it as opposed to just the preliminary getting it together stage. And this being the 8th episode of my podcast, I'm in a place right now where I realize that I'm changing. I have changed. I have risen. I've risen up into a different place. And it's amazing how quickly this has happened, or maybe it hasn't happened that quickly. I guess it's been going on for a while, but doing the actual work of recording these episodes and posting on my on getting the website up and posting on social media, the work of it has moved me into a different place. Opening up and speaking on my experiences has put me in a totally different place, and there is a calm that's in my soul right now, like I've arrived. Not the I have arrived of being arrogant or pompous or anything like that, but I've arrived at this place where it had only been a dream and a thought and a vision, like when I made it back on stage and competed. It's like afterwards, and I won, and well, I had to win. Nobody else showed up. Um, but just the fact that I made it, that I stepped foot back on stage after 35 years. And when it was all said and done, and at the end of that day, that sense of fulfillment, there it is, that's what I'm looking for. The sense of fulfillment was amazing. And that's how I feel right now for the last few days. It's like this immense sense of fulfillment that I'm kind of sitting in, and I'm in awe. Like I'm really in awe of myself. And so the things that used to bother me don't bother me. Like nothing has changed. I guess I just got to talk this out. Nothing has changed dramatically in my outward life. I'm still living in someone else's home. I'm still struggling, I guess. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. But before I got in this place, my situation bothered me. Not to the point, not like it used to, where I would just get depressed and worrisome and fearful of certain things. I don't feel that anymore. Like, I'm not worried about what's going to happen with my living arrangements. I'm not worried about finances. These things are burdens. Like, they're legitimate burdens on me. However, I'm not viewing them from a place of dread, I guess you could say. I'm content. I am content. So, okay, so I got a message, a word, last week during my devotion, communion, meditation time. And the message was, your situation, and I posted it on Instagram and Facebook. Your situation is not the problem. The problem is your focus, and the solution is your awareness. So find yourself in the situation. So become aware of yourself in the situation. I think I'm missing a part of it, but that's basically it. Like, it's not the situation that's the problem. It's my focus, and my awareness is the solution. And so as I began to think about that, it's like the situations that I'm in, or the circumstances of my life, are not the problem. The problem is how I'm looking at them. The problem is how I'm focusing on them. And the only way to fix that, because I, in and of myself, cannot change any of my situation right now. But what I can change, what is the solution, is my awareness. Being aware of the fact that there's nothing I can do. Things are the way they are, and they will be the way they are. They are until it's time for them to change. I cannot get up and move and there's nothing I can do. And so being aware of that is the main thing. It's like I'm powerless in this situation. And becoming aware of my powerlessness is giving me a sense of peace and serenity, I can't do anything. And but I do know that change is going to come. And I can either abide my time peacefully until my change comes, or I can fret. I can worry. I can beat my head up against the wall. I could get depressed. All of which will not change how quickly things change. That makes sense. I hope that made sense. So, but what I can change is me and the way I'm looking at these situations. My podcast seemed so daunting, getting everything together, figuring out what platform to use, figuring out if I could even afford to do it, figuring out, all the little details of it seemed so daunting to me. And every time I thought about getting started, I would become overwhelmed by the totality of it all, that I would stop trying to work on it. Instead of stepping back and taking it piece by piece, which is what I actually end up doing, and just walking it out step by step, creating a plan and walking it out. And sure enough, the moment that I did that, like the intro cast, it was like, just say something. You just turn this app on and push that button, that thing right there, say record, and start speaking. The moment I did that, it became easy. Everything just fell in line. And so it's just a matter of, where is our awareness where we are? And we determine whether or not, we actually determine the outcome of the situation by our thoughts towards it. Something happens and someone says, oh, I knew that was going to happen. And generally when people say that, it's because it's something negative happened. Well, something negative happened because you thought something negative was going to happen. That's not to say that, we could have good thoughts about certain things and they just turn out the way they turn out. But we're the ones who determine whether or not it's positive or negative. A situation is a situation. A thing is a thing. It happens the way it's supposed to happen. Situations and circumstances come into our lives as experiences. The only way we will grow and mature, and I'm not talking about age-wise mature, I'm talking about maturing in as moving into the next phase of our life, moving evolution, if you will, evolving into the next version of ourselves. The only way that's going to happen is through experience. And it's our awareness of the experience that determines whether or not it'll be a quote unquote good or bad experience. The death and murder of my son turned out, and I say this carefully, I don't want y'all thinking I'm crazy, but it turned out to be a good experience. Now, I have to follow this up. And this I'm not, his death will be a separate podcast, but this is the greatest experience that I can use right now to explain my point. My son knew that he was going to die. A week before his murder, he came to me and he said, Mom, when I die, I want you to cremate me like you did my Barstow grandma, who's my mother. He said, because I don't want people that didn't give a damn about me when I was living coming to a funeral and crying over me and acting and saying all these words that they didn't or wouldn't say to me while I was alive, and crying for me when I'm dead when they wouldn't help me when I was alive. His 16-year-old boy. And then I found out after he passed that days before his death, he was going around to certain ones of his friends telling them, hey, yo, man, when I'm gone, y'all make sure you check on my mama. I was 7 months pregnant. Y'all make sure you go around there and check on my mama. Anytime I go out, y'all know I'm going to let y'all know when I go out. I want you to go check on my mom. He stopped a kindergartner, I believe the little boy was, one day as he was getting off the bus to meet his mom. And my son walked up to him, the little boy, and his mother, and he said, hey, I want you to always listen to your moms. No one in the world will have your back like your mom, okay? And the mother was looking at my son like, you know, after his death, she came to my door and she told me what my son had told her son. And she just broke down and wept in my arms. So he knew. He knew. He was going through the house, through the apartment, cleaning up and scrubbing behind the refrigerator and doing all these things. He knew. And after his death, it was horrible. I was 7 months pregnant. He was killed in August. In October, when I had my son, when I gave birth, we were homeless, immediately homeless. But things started falling in line almost immediately. And I got into a transitional living program for women with children without having to be put on the waiting list. There's a long story. I'll go through it in another podcast. But things began to happen rapidly. And I was put into a place where I could heal. It was just me and my baby in this program where I was able to heal and face myself and face the pain and face all the agony and regrets and everything. And I healed quickly, which shocked a lot of people. The people thought I was crazy when I kept saying I'm okay. I'm okay. Because I knew that it was time for him to go, and I made peace with that. I became aware of myself in that situation. And peace flooded my heart and my life, and I was able to move on. A lot of people in our family have not moved on, have not moved past this, and it was 12 years ago. A lot of people don't move on through tragedy, through harsh experiences, because they can't find themselves within that. They cannot become aware of themselves within the tragedy because of the pain. The pain is so great that they cannot get awareness of themselves within the tragedy to be able to make sense for themselves of the tragedy. So that's in essence, that's what counselors and therapists do, is that they help you become aware of yourself within wherever you are, even within your own self. And that's how you move forward. That's how you heal, is when you're able to get in touch with who you are within that place. And that was a harsh experience to bring up. However, in speaking about it, I can see how much I have grown through that, every part of my life, I have a different perspective of life, period, because of his death. And so now, I mean, that was a pivot. Of course, that was a pivotal moment, but it changed my awareness. And so where I am right now, just a simple thing like starting a podcast and speaking my truth and sharing my heart and life with you guys has changed my life. And so I'm sitting here and like things that would have caused me to go run and drink, I'm brushing off like, it's okay. I got it. It'll be fine. And this is an amazing thing. This is an amazing thing because here I am trying to help you better yourself or reach the next highest version of yourself. And it's happening to me. I have reached the next version of myself. And she is an empowered woman. Like I'm sitting here and I feel so strong within myself. So focused and so clear. Whereas just 2 months ago, I was like grasping at air, like trying to figure out what in the world's going to happen in my life. But I'm okay. Like I have a spirit of expectation that whatever's finna happen, it's gonna be for my highest good, right? Good, bad, or indifferent, whatever happens next is for my good. And I'm ready. So what I want to encourage you in is that wherever you are and whatever you're going through, it'll work out. Just don't give up. Don't give up. And watch your focus. Focus up. Focus forward. Don't focus down. Put your head down to the ground. And don't focus backwards on what's behind you. That you get a clear vision. And I guess, thank you. I guess that the reason why I feel so confident where I am is because the vision that I have for my next step, my next phase, and for my vision in the rest of its totality is all good. Right? Like I'm doing things. I'm making my own vision and my own dreams come true by just simply doing the damn thing. Just taking tiny steps towards what I really truly want in my life. That's how I'm ensuring that I'm going to have what I want to have, is because I'm doing all that I can do to make that happen. I just came out of the library because it got too cold in there. I'm tired of these people. I am cold natured, and as soon as I settle in at the library, they turn the air on, and I get. Let me stop. It's 100 degrees outside. I'm complaining about the air in the library, but I was in the library, and I came to the library because I was hoping that they had the study rooms where I could go in and just kind of set up and do an episode of my podcast. And lo and behold, I get to the desk lady and ask her, and she said, "Oh no, honey, we don't have those no more. But we got little desks and chairs all around." Like, that's not what I want, but thank you very much. So I just decided to utilize my time, and I found a table and just was sitting there writing on my autobiography. And I just sat there and just wrote for almost 2 hours. I just wrote. And when I looked up, and I looked at the pages, it's like 5 or 6 pages front and back. And there was this um, sense of accomplishment. Like, just a few pages, just a few pages, just a few more pages closer to the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, "Oh man, I should have wrote more," but no, I took the time, made the time, came out, and I would have wrote at the house, but the distractions. But I focused time on my craft, and just those pages has me just that much closer to the accomplishment of this goal. So whatever tiny steps that you take within your personal development, even, it's like that moment when you want to just say all that's on your mind to that person that is irritating the hell out of you, and you don't, you just keep your mouth shut or rephrase what you was gonna say. Just tiny things like that make a whole lot of difference in your development. A whole lot of difference. So, friends, focus on what you want. And that's in everything. If you're trying to lose weight, focus in on that and become aware of yourself within that goal. And so when you get hungry and you want to reach for that sugary snack, and you're not supposed to have it, when you have your whatever, your Greek yogurt waiting for you, but you don't, because you're sick of tasting Greek yogurt and you want something good and you want to reach for that whatever, the Snickers bar. I'm telling on myself. I am so telling on myself right here, because like, I'm trying to cut so I can prepare for a show, and my meal, my food is limited that I'm eating, and I'm so sick of eating Greek yogurt and blueberries. I just so want the doggone cookies, and the Snickers is my favorite. But in those moments where I want to reach for something else, I have to become aware of myself in that, and self-talk. Like, no, this is what we're doing. Like, this is what we're doing right now. We're going to eat this yogurt and we're going to be happy. Go drink a whole lot of water and be happy. But, and in personal development, trying to better yourself, it's literally one thought at a time. The road to self authenticity is not, it's a journey or a road of thoughts. Hear me carefully. Now, that's not to say that focusing on your fitness and your health, and your relationships, like trying to be better in those areas of your life, that's a part of it, most definitely. But when it comes to the inner you, that's all thought. And so it's one thought at a time. And you wake up in the morning and you stop your mind from immediately jumping on negative things. And you wake up in the morning and you begin affirming yourself and affirming your day. Today is a new day. Today I'm going to make the best of this day. Today I am strong. Today I am powerful. Today I am an overcomer. Today I am absolutely remarkable, and I love me. You listen to Good Morning Gorgeous, or Good Morning, yeah, Mary J's song. And you control the rest of your day by what you do when you wake up. And then staying aware of yourself within the day, because of course situations and circumstances will present themselves throughout the day, and sometimes they'll just bombard us, boom boom boom, and you got 3 different situations at one time happening and you in the middle of it. But we have to remember that it's not the situations that's the problem, it's our focus. And so in the midst of your day, going through whatever you're going through, whatever you're facing, your awareness of yourself within the situation is the most important thing. And that's how we control, if you will, how things turn out. Wow. Like, I'm sitting here and I didn't, honestly, guys, I didn't know where this was going. I had no idea. But the unction, or the movement of my soul and my spirit within me was like, it's time to say something. Okay. So I just opened my mouth, and I hope, I pray, I intend, the intention of this, the intention behind this is for your highest good. And I hope that you grab a hold of it. I hope that something that I said has given you what you need to just make it through this situation. How about that? How about that? With just whatever you're going through right now, that thing that's on your mind right now, I hope that something that I said is going to help you get to the other side of that. Where you turn around and you be like, huh, yeah, I'm a boss. I know it. Thank you. Oh, wow. I'm proud of me today, y'all. I'm proud of me today. And I hope that if it's nighttime and you getting ready to lay yourself down, I hope that you're proud of yourself. I hope that you did something today, or that you're going to bed with a mindset to do tomorrow differently. And if you're waking up and just getting started, just set the tone. Start your day out with pride in yourself. You have the power. It's all within you. It's all within you. I love you guys. I may never see your face. I may never hear your voice. I may never meet you. But I love you. And I'm with you. I really am. I really, truly am. Don't give up on yourself, and I won't give up on you. So let's do this together. We're going to the highest version that we can. And you know what? The highest version at that moment is the highest version at that moment. And then there's some more higher versions. And we're going to get there. We absolutely are going to get there. And then we're going to turn around and tell our story, y'all. People going to see. We're going to be like, what the? Look at them over there doing high things. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. Visit my website, Revelations with the ZHET.org, where you can find all of my podcasts, find my blog, find ways to contact me, reach out. If you want to be a part of the podcast, you got something you want to say, reach out to me. You can definitely be a part of the show. This ain't no show. You could definitely be part of this movement. I look forward to our next what is it that I want to say? I look forward to our next meeting. And I'm going to have to get a name for that. Y'all think of a name for what we want to call this gathering that we have here. Stay blessed. Stay focused, forward, and keep moving forward. And you know what? Most importantly, love yourself. Let's just start with that. Love yourself.